Okay, let's talk about this one-click social media principle and specifically how it relates to social media. One click. Here we go. When somebody arrives at your social media profile, now everything I'm about to say is based very much on my pet peeves. So let's think about when somebody comes to your social media and who they are and what they are doing there. First of all, maybe they have seen your band play live or seen you at some sort of live event. Maybe they have just seen your content retweeted or shared on Facebook or seen you mentioned on Instagram because some other content creator that they enjoy talked about you. Maybe they've met you socially, or maybe they found you some other way out of context. So they have arrived at your social media profile, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, okay? When they arrive at your profile, these are the things that they should know or do. They should be able to learn who you are. They should learn what you're up to, learn what kind of content you will be posting on that social media page, and they should want to follow you. Okay? So, in order to have these things possible, this is what you need. Learn who you are. This means both in personality and type of content creator you are. Like, for example, my band, we make kind of quirky music. You can't put a long description of who you are. So what I say is we are a cat dinosaur band. There's Marion Call is a musician, and she says Bon Iver and Joni Mitchell if they were raised by wolves or something like that. You need a really pithy description of who you are, so that when people look at that, they can go, okay, I get it. The tone of your description matters just as much as the words do. Okay. And you need to have like words so people can look at it. If it's full of hashtags and full of links, people tune out that stuff. You want real words, okay? Not just a bunch of links, because those people aren't going to click links. They want the information first. They want to learn what you're up to. So give them the latest information so that they know that you are still current, right? So like what have you been up to lately? What is your current project? So for me, like that's like currently on tour or currently streaming a lot on YouTube, currently kickstarting an album, currently, yeah, working on a series of paintings, whatever you are currently doing, let's put that on there as well. Learn what kind of content they'll be posting. So when I am thinking about following somebody, I'm going to go to their page and then scroll down and be like, okay, what kind of stuff do they post? Is this going to be worth adding to my feed? And think about your customer, your audience member that we developed earlier in the class. What kind of stuff are they into? Some people like having, for example, a lot of political retweets or news retweets in their feed. I'm not one of those people. If I follow somebody, I want their content in my feed, and that is why I'm following them. I don't want them sharing a lot of other people's stuff. So you, the people in this class, you are going to be creating content, right? You don't need to be sharing a ton of other people's content because you're making new things, right? There are lots of social media principles about you need to be a resource to be curating other people's content. That is one way to do it, and I think that does work. Like you need to share, you need to provide content and value more than you just ask for money, ask and sell. But if you are sharing value in your own content, I think it's okay for you to not be constantly sharing other people's stuff. Definitely, you need to be networking and sharing your friends' stuff so that that you are helping them out. And we will talk about that a little bit in your getting discovered by other people and networking that way. But you when just think about when people come to your page and they scroll down your Twitter. Is it interesting? Are they seeing the same thing over and over again? Do you always post like the same, like if you have a new video out this week, is it just like every 3 hours the same video picture? If so, I probably don't want to follow you because it's like this looks like it's going to be the same thing every day. You've got to just every once in a while look at your page and make sure it is an interesting mix of stuff, so that when people come and follow you, that they know what kind of content you'll be posting, and they should want to follow you. Same answer. Okay. Next thing, when someone reads your post about your content, this is what they should learn. Okay, this is a huge huge, huge, huge pet peeve for me. And this is the whole point of really this unit. This is also going to apply very, very, very much to when you are promoting your crowdfunding project. So you'll just replace the word content with crowdfunding project. When people read your post about your video, your Kickstarter, your Patreon, the thing that you are talking about, you need to have all of this information in that post. You can't just say, oh boy, my video's really blowing up today. No more information. You can't just say like, you guys are gonna love my new flower painting. No context. When you post about something, that something better be in that post. Otherwise, no, I don't want to hear about your process if you're not going to use that opportunity to actually share that stuff, okay? Posts about the process are going to get way more comments, way more excitement than just here is thing, okay? So if you have something interesting to say about the process of creating a picture or the reaction to a video you've posted, save that and use it to promote that thing, okay? Like you might find that you have a lot of interesting stuff that you want to say when you're in the process of creating something. Like you'll be like, oh God, I find myself craving chocolate whenever I write poetry. That's cool. That is a cool post that you might want to say. Well, hold on to that. And then as soon as that book is ready for you to promote, then you say, when I was writing this book, I really craved chocolate, and put that book in the post. Does that make sense? You've really, really got to keep the content and the posts about the content together. So here is the list of things that they should learn anytime you read about your content. They should learn how to watch, read, find it. There should be a link there, or the content should be directly in the post. So if it's like a video and you're on Facebook, the video should be right in the post. If it's a photo or a comic, it should be right in the post. If it's something that you have to link to off the site, the link should be right there. They should know what it is you're talking about. Maybe this is if this thing gets shared, if your post gets shared to a new person, and they are not familiar with you, make sure you have just like a little bit of context in there. Use your reporter mind. Use your concision of language so that everything is very clear. Think about that retweetability of what you're creating. When people read this post about your content, they should know how to share it. That's usually pretty self-explanatory. And they should know who you are if it's shared with them, okay? Don't be a mystery. And this is another one-click discovery ready important principle. When someone views your content, they should know what it is they're looking at, okay? Don't be a mystery. They should know the next step to deepen their relationship, okay? So first we have the one click from the post about your content to get to your content. And now once they're viewing your content, now you have an opportunity for another click. Once they get to the end of that video or the song or whatever, what is the next step? And make sure they know it, whether that is like at the end of the video, there's a screen that says, here is your next step, or at the end of the article, there is a line that says, here is your next step. You got one next step, one main next step, and I'm going to show you a bunch of examples in the next video, okay? But one main next step to deepen their relationship with you. Here are what some examples of that might be. Should they be waiting for more content? Are you going to tell them, okay, this is an every week project, so next Wednesday morning, come back to this exact place. Easy URL to remember, or whatever, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. This is where you should go to get this content again next week. Should they subscribe to something for free or whatever? Or should they share? Okay, is that the next step? Should they learn about you? That is a great, I've kind of put these in order of your fans' journey. So like maybe the first 3 times that they read your content, they just are going to be like, okay, I'm ready to learn more. And maybe that 4th time they're like, okay, well, I want to know this person's backstory. I want to learn about their childhood, or I want to learn about how they became an artist. So maybe that 4th time you're like, okay, and now here's a biography of me. You can click and learn that. Should they be joining your mailing list? Yes. So do you have an incentive you can give them? Get an extra story, get my biography, get my behind the scenes video if you join my mailing list. Or I can send you a reminder every time these pieces of content come out if you join my mailing list. That's a great next step to deepen that relationship. And you'll have that contact information when you launch your crowdfunding project. Hooray, hooray for a mailing list. Okay. Or is it time for them to get you money? Is that where you currently are in that audience relationship? Okay. And that is it for this outline of the principles of one-click. The next video is going to be a whole bunch of examples from my personal brand and what we do with one-click discoverability relationship stuff.